Like I don't understand how they think doing nothing makes for good police
Because they don't
work.
understand crimes of omission. They only understand crimes of commission. That means chief of police all across this country are failing miserably. Your officers should not be trained on shooting more than they're trained on the law. Because I've had officers that I'm cross-examining. Sir, OCGA 17 blah, blah, blah says, I don't know. You charge somebody with violating a law you don't know. So how did you know the fucking violated it? Objection, Your Honor. I had a prosecutor object. I was up in Rockdale County. She was like, objection, Your Honor. He's not an attorney. The judge was like, he charged the goddamn defendant. Are you crazy? Are you crazy? He has to be able to.
Are they that dumb?
Yes. The answer is yes. Y-E-S.
I'll have my license for like a year and a half, like, because I'll be like, you can't be this dumb.
Are you playing? Welcome to another episode of Diva Court. I'm your host, Marsha Mignot, and with me is my mean mugging co-diva, Dana Smith.
I'm just showing up today. I'm about to lay it low.
Wow, don't lay it too low now. We are not responsible for the things she's going to talk about.
Because it's about to be crazy.
She is about to be crazy. You see the mean mugging she's starting to show it? Nor do we believe half of what she's talking about either. Okay, so just take what she says with a grain of salt, listeners, because this show is for edutainment purposes only.
No, this is about to be the real and not the real.
It's about to be the real, not the real. Okay. Please look for our episodes every Wednesday when we push them out for you. Find us on
Spotify,
Apple Podcasts,
Apple,
and Google Podcasts. Be sure to catch our videos every Wednesday when we push them real good out for you. So you can see all the colors, all the designs, all the class and pizzazz that Diva Court has to offer.
Facts. Not in evidence.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming to the ring is an exonerated man that was killed by a deputy. What are we talking about? There was a black man who was exonerated. His name is Melvina Bogard. That's not his name. Leonard Cure. Listeners, Leonard Cure.
I was about to be pissed.
That it was a woman?
Because when you said exonerate, I'm going to let you flow it, and I'm going to tell you why.
Okay. So he was charged previously and served 16 years in state prison for an offense he did not commit. He should have stayed in prison because it didn't work out for him getting exonerated.
It's a little bit more safer.
He got exonerated, and he's driving down the highway in the state of Georgia. I think the name of the county was Camda.
Ku Klux Klan City.
I don't know what city, but it started with a C. Now, he's driving down the highway. He's speeding in a pickup truck. Law enforcement pulls him over, and if you look at the entirety of the video, you will see that when the officer pulled him over, he was not on 10, he was on 20. The officer interacts with him and tells him, get out the vehicle. He gets out the vehicle. He starts questioning, why am I getting out the vehicle? He also questions the officer and says, hey, if I'm doing 100, that's just a speeding ticket, right? I don't have any warrants. Anyway, the interaction escalated because it started escalated. It started at 20 based on the cop. And it ended with him being shot, although he complied.
Murdered.
He complied. What's your take, Diva?
Well, first I was mad because you said exonerated, and I thought you was talking about the police officer. Like, how he get exonerated so fast?
And the murder just happened last week.
It just happened last week. I was so mad. It was
Speedy
so
trial.
It's a speedy trial. That's what he asked for. Second of all, I'm just tired of weak ass cops who can't take an ass whooping. Period.
That's not part of the training, though. When you go to get trained, you're told it's better to be tried by 12 than carried by 6. We all going home tonight, even if the citizens are not.
Well,
that's the problem. You know that.
That is a problem. The other problem is what does comply mean to you? This video, and I don't know if we have the chance to show a snippet, is the manifestation of cognitive dissonance. And what that means is that something is being said, but the interpretation or the understanding is forcefully being ignored.
Yeah, because if the officer says to him, put your hands on the back of the pickup, the video shows him putting both hands on the back of the pickup, and he tases him in the back.
As he keeps saying, put your hands on the pickup. Like, what are we doing?
Well,
Maybe
My hands are on the pickup.
No,
He keeps
I know what it
flipping
is.
back and forth because he'll say hands behind your back. I think he said behind your back a couple times. He said on the pickup. It's just the rush to get him secure when there's no need
To secure somebody for speed.
like any further. No, it's not. Maybe you do. I mean, it's a super speeder. It's a something
I don't
that you
think
can
he
get.
needed.
No.
Even
what
if it's
I'm
a
saying
super
is-
speeder.
We're not
No.
gonna maybe this.
No.
situation.
What I'm saying
We're,
is,
yes, next thing you know, you're going to be talking about, well, what was his history? He didn't comply. Why he just didn't follow
no,
the
not at
rules?
all. Even if someone isn't complying, but or you don't understand, or you comprehend it as non-complicit,
Non-compliance.
right?
You see how I correct you right there?
I believe we
For
both,
the first time ever, can
I
we
believe,
drink to that?
I believe we both
She gets a
used it
correction.
correctly. I think we both used it correctly.
I like
but
non-compliance
I
better.
okay. I'm pretty sure it's non-compliance.
That's what I said. Cognitive dissonance.
And,
I'm saying,
and
I
then
can say
I
some more
said-
big words. If you
and
need
then
me.
I
Then
said,
please don't.
I've been reading
Hey,
the dictionary.
She's been using synonyms, so please be
The
careful.
dictionary.
she started her books. Her books. Each one a page.
Just 3 words.
Just 3 words.
You're giving me too much.
Um,
And it's called the dictionary.
No, but there's a way to go about handling people. If someone's not actively attacking you, guess what you could do? Wait to get 10 people to pile on this one person if you don't believe they're being compliant.
Well, he
you
could have
don't
waited for backup.
you don't have to be a superhero
He could've
and
waited for backup.
arrest, stop, pull over, throw in jail, get everybody, do paperwork. You don't have to do it all in 5 minutes.
That's more like judge, jury, and executioner at roadside.
I think they just be waiting for them to have their moment to either be considered a hero or possibly
Face
be-
charges for
face
murder.
charges.
Because,
It's
sir,
one or the other.
it's a
It
thin
can't-
line.
It's like, I'm gonna be a hero today, or I'm gonna go to jail and face charges. It's one or the other. It's one or the other. It's not. It's there's no middle ground.
Well, maybe that wasn't the pickup he wanted him to put his hands on. The other pickup
Maybe he's trying
had
to
not
pick-
arrived as yet.
Maybe he was trying to pick him up. I don't know.
Listeners, the video, if you watch the entire thing, you're going to see even a Brinks truck backed up on the right-hand side of the pickup. And I would have fired the Brinks employee.
Facts.
Because why are you getting involved in a fight between law enforcement and a member of the public?
And pulling out your weapon. Do you even have the authority?
I don't think he had the authority, but he pulled out his weapon and was pointing it at the
And
suspect.
you know what? He should be charged because you know what? There is no longer a such thing as citizen's arrest.
And he was engaging in
And
one.
he was engaging in a citizen's
and
arrest.
I think Governor Kemp repealed that law.
I think he did. This is why Governor Kemp, if you run again, I will definitely vote for you.
I'd like him to run, but run away from the state of Georgia.
Maybe run for
So,
president.
additional information. He had the officer has obviously a couple marks on his
Oh,
record
snap.
You're not surprised. Stop.
in 2017 for using unnecessary force during a traffic stop.
Wouldn't be surprised.
And then there's some comments underneath his reports telling him that he needs to be calm.
you know
and
what?
cool.
So they knew.
You know what?
Cut the
You
check.
know what I'm sick of?
Cut the check.
Let me tell you what I'm sick of. I'm sick of people, you know who you are. I'm sick of these people always want to know the background of the criminal. You always want to know, well, did he have or let me not call him a criminal, the suspect, the one who's being engaged. Does he have a criminal record? What did he do in his past? No, let's check the police officer who showed up not on 20, on 100 because the guy was doing 100.
It was 100.
First of all, you showed up with glasses on, so I know you insecure. No offense. You showed up with glasses on. I know you insecure. I remember back in the day when I used to play basketball, and if I had to have my glasses on, and I know that if them suckers came off, I just a little,
Couldn't see.
you little all over the place. People with glasses feel insecure if they fall off, but you doing a traffic stop with gangster energy, you got big dick energy, like get out the car, like you want to fight. Put some contacts on. So that's where you went wrong in the first place. You know what I'm saying?
He escalated. He started escalated.
So he was fired because of that incident, and the officers, his officers that were present, said he was being way too aggressive to start with, and he had no business picking her up and throwing her to the ground.
Whoa, a female body slam?
Wait. This is
in August 2017.
This is the same officer
when he was fired from Kingsland Police Department.
So this is another jurisdiction that hired him.
Correct.
Wow.
All right, so now we need that universal system that puts all officers into the system, their history into the system. If they've been fired, everything they've been fired for, all their work history, any internal affairs complaints.
We might need to cut the cameras and copyright this first. And then we bring this technology to police departments to help them.
And sell it to them.
Yeah, help them stop.
Why would we build the technology first when we could just get the government to pay us to build the technology?
That's even a better idea.
Well, what I'm saying is maybe we need to cut this so that nobody else do it.
Oh, please don't steal our ideas. Okay?
We need to copyright. We need to do this. We need to.
That's a good move.
It should.
That's what's needed.
Because
now Georgia would not have hired him.
Facts.
If they had done this, but they're only doing it now because of this incident.
Right.
It's time to cut a check. So let's figure out who he is.
So much money could be saved and so many lives
Millions
could be saved.
of
Do
dollars.
You know, like low key, we should be doing this for real, for real.
No, not low key, high key.
High key. Well, low key because I don't want the people to take our idea.
You don't want the listeners to take our idea.
So, like, we need to be writing a proposal.
I agree. Let's do that.
Okay. I'm serious.
We're going to call it Diva Poos. Diva Poos.
Diva boot your ass out of this police department.
Diva boot.
Diva boot. There's the Diva
and
boot.
we'll have red bottoms booting them out.
It's a Diva boot.
We're going to Diva boot you out your police department. That is ridiculous.
It is.
But he escalated the situation unnecessarily. So clearly, based on what the producer just shared, he has a history. Oh, so you just going to drink?
Because what I'm thinking is, I know you work, but I could go out and talk to the different,
Drinking?
Yes. The city council organizations, the mayor, and I can present, like, our goal is to save you money and save lives.
Wow. So you're going to take your champagne when you go?
All day. And then I can, lock up these contracts, and we lock up so many contracts.
How about they might lock you up?
You don't have to worry about getting people unlocked up. Because
I'm going to have to worry about getting you unlocked up.
That's probably true. But you gonna take this contract tonight.
You gonna go in with your champagne? You better sign right here.
I'm going on 100.
Or she gonna have to come unlock me up.
But no, this straight up. We definitely need to put something together. I'll talk to you
No,
about
it's bad. It's really bad. You have a history. If he it's crazy because I have colleagues who have had children that leave the military and apply for work in law enforcement. And the law enforcement agency did a good job and vetted them and said, no, we look at your military history and we have concerns about you as it pertains to policing the citizens.
that PTSD.
Hey, they looked at it and they said no, because when you're at war, there's a different kind of mindset. When you are in Afghanistan or you're in Iran and you just gonna shoot to kill because everybody's an enemy, versus your interactions with citizens, everybody's not an enemy.
So what the majority has found is that actually those former soldiers are better because they had to treat. There's rules of engagement with people in Afghanistan and Iraq, and you'd be violating like UN rules. So you'd be like in serious trouble with military judicial system because of how you engage with those citizens.
So maybe we need those rules for law enforcement.
Well, that's what they're saying. Most military people who interact, in fact, we have a mutual friend who came back. He served in the Navy, had a interaction with police officers where he's telling him, hey, you can't approach me, accuse me of something, and he is of the lighter hue, so he's telling him off in his
Are
privileged
you saying
manner.
lighter hue? Are you saying like melanin, diet melanin?
Diet melanin.
You talking about diet melanin?
He is in
Like
diet melanin.
Negative melanin.
Like lack melanin
lacking
intolerant?
thereof.
Lack
the
of
possibility.
Melanin intolerant?
melanin intolerant.
and he's leveraging this, and they like yoke him up, and he's saying that would never happen in like the military. If they're getting yelled at, they're just getting yelled at, and that's what
Just
they
have
have
to
to
take
deal
it.
with it.
Yeah,
Because they
people get to
can't
talk.
engage. They cannot physically get in there. They're trying to win like a war of minds and hearts is like how they're trained. Like
I
if
think
they're
the officers need that kind of rule here. I think unless law enforcement in the United States gets that type of rule, this is not going to work out.
I think they need our Diva boot. Boot that nigga out the system. As soon as you fire him, he goes into
we'll
the
drink
system.
to that diva boot.
Diva boot. So we need to start questioning the jackets of these police officers instead of the jackets of these suspects.
I agree.
You know what I'm
But
saying?
we should be questioning the officer before we get to the point where we're questioning the suspect. Because you shouldn't be an officer once we question you and you don't fit the bill.
Well,
'Cause
any officer who runs up to an interaction that was speeding and starts yelling on 10 and asks you to get out the car, any speeding violation that it is, no matter what, even if you thought they were driving reckless or whatever it is, right? Some people will say high speed is reckless enough, right? It doesn't matter. It's still speeding, and yes, people's lives were out there, but it was speeding. Like,
but to even add to that, dude pulled over.
yeah, that's the point. If
He
the
pulled
person pulls over,
over.
Yeah.
For you to even give him a ticket.
Yes.
Because if he was disrespecting you the way that because that's what it is, it's the disrespect. You drove past me.
Yeah.
You saw my car
Yeah.
here, and you drove past
Yeah,
me.
you could see that in the video. You
Like-
could see that. How dare you?
How dare you? You know how many people press the brake going 100?
As soon as they
15 miles
doing 55, they pressed the brake when they passed
Right.
me.
No, they was doing 100 because I saw them coming, and by the time they got to me, they was doing 70, and they went 10 more minutes down, and I saw them speed off. But they stopped
And respected me.
and respected my little perimeter that I had. That's what
Yeah,
it was.
it was
You
a
felt
lot of respect.
disrespected. Like, stop getting your feelings. Stop being emotional.
No, but if you're body slamming females, whoa, that's a problem.
I
A
wish
traffic
he,
stop.
I wish he
No, but he
would
body
try to
slammed a
body
female
slam me.
in a
I'd have
traffic stop.
I'd have slapped his glasses off.
Look, he would have
Then
tased
he
and
would have
shot
shot
you.
me. 'Cause now he would feel like, I can't see, but I know where my pistol is.
But you know what? In this
And
interaction,
then they would have ran my history
this
like, what
man-
did she do?
no, but the suspect didn't even try to get his weapon.
Right.
The man didn't even try to get your weapon, but he became frustrated when he complied and you were still tasing. And then you tased him in a way where you just didn't want to let the taser go, and I could see the evil in your eyes when you were doing it. Because you were angry. You were so angry you couldn't calm down.
You couldn't
And why?
calm
Because he
down.
questioned your authority when he got out the car.
whose authority?
Whose authority? He said, in the name of, I'm pulling you over. He said, in whose name? And he goes, in the name of the, as if he wanted to say, Lord.
In the name of the law.
You know what?
No, he said love.
He said, in the name of the law.
He said love.
Law.
And this is why I
The
don't
Lord.
trust.
Lord.
No,
the
he
law.
didn't- Law.
The law.
is the
The
state of Georgia. Yeah, sorry.
The
I forgot.
Georgia.
God didn't give me this authority. My bad. It was
Right.
close. It
This
was
is
close.
this is why I have
This is-
trust
this is
issues
sanctioned by the
with
state.
white evangelicals.
Well, he didn't do it in the name of the Lord. Remember?
Well,
that?
he
didn't.
was thinking he was doing it.
He
Just
stopped.
like they was trying to enslave us in the name of the Lord too.
Well,
Oh,
that's
they
why
did.
He said it's state law.
They didn't try.
Exactly. They
That's
did.
why he said state law. That state law gave me the authority to beat your ass.
He was like, in the name of the Lord of Georgia.
You can tell, like, because when you're on 10, it makes you, when you sit down and think about it, you're like, you're right. I should tell you under which authority
I'm doing
like,
this.
Every question that you pose makes sense.
Right.
But because it makes sense, it makes
I'm
my
even angrier.
reactions
But
even
you know
stupider.
what else made him angry? Not only did it make sense, he said it with authority.
Yeah.
Isn't it for a traffic ticket?
Yeah. Yeah.
Isn't this just a traffic
This
ticket?
Yeah.
is a crime.
And that's a traffic ticket.
ticket?
Yeah. Yeah. That embarrassed him.
Right.
So now you're embarrassing me. You're disrespecting me. I got to tase and kill you.
Right.
That really is what it was. He had someone who wasn't actively moving. Like maybe you wanted to get him to the next level where you had him in cuffs, like in order to secure
But he
safety.
could have waited for
Where-
backup.
That's the point.
Where is the Minority Report? We have these algorithms that can tell
No,
you.
that's not how algorithms
I'm just
work.
saying these
Her
algorithms.
algorithms in the synonyms, sir.
Algorithms.
So
Her
back up.
Her definition of
These
algorithm.
algorithms that
In
can
the
tell you what I
3-page
want to
dictionary.
buy, what I like, what I want to do. Y'all know he like to shoot folk.
Yeah.
Y'all know he like to rumble in the jungle.
Yeah,
Y'all
yeah.
know that he want to be about that life.
Yeah.
He want to shoot somebody.
And
Why
if
is
you
there
didn't
no
know,
algorithm?
you should have known because
You
you're the
shoulda
state
known.
of the law, Georgia.
Georgia. The
The
law
of the state of Georgia. You should have known. Georgia, you didn't do your job. You should have vetted this officer. This man would have been alive today.
We're going to save so many lives, and we're going to save the state of Georgia so much money.
Millions,
Billions.
billions, when you add up the
Trillions.
millions.
Yeah.
And if you're not careful, you're going to get to trillions.
Facts.
Because if you're hiring somebody that body slams women in a traffic offense, that's a problem.
Well, let's
No, you
let's
can
back
hire him.
this truck
He
up.
could just stay behind that
Let me-
desk right
let's-
there.
Paper
Let's
pusher.
back this truck up, okay?
The Brinks?
The Brinks truck.
With
Let's
the
talk
money
about
in
him.
it?
Yeah. First of all, you definitely need to be arrested, sir. Because
For murder.
From what I know that my governor did we? I don't know if we talked about this in enough detail because we was able to skate off. There is no longer a citizen arrest law.
There isn't.
So your ass had no business being in the business of other people's business.
And that means Mr. Brinks. She's talking about, listeners. The Brinks driver who backed up the Brinks truck with all that money in it, he must have meant to deliver it to the family of the deceased. Because I don't understand why you thought
Why
it was
you there?
smart to not secure the Brinks' money and to come over with a gun that Brinks gave you to protect their money
To
to
point.
help a law enforcement officer with a suspect that he had already
on
shot
the
and killed.
ground, who is being tased.
And I'm tasing him while he's bleeding out from the gunshot wound.
Right.
Not shot and killed yet. I mean, you still have to render aid. But let
He
me
didn't
tell you,
render nothing.
He pushed his head so far back he couldn't remember. He cut off circulation to his brain. No, but to just back that up, the
look.
Brinks truck driver was doing it under the authority of the Lord. That is the only authority that man had.
In the name of the Lord,
Listen.
Brinks showed up.
The
To
funniest
show up,
thing-
he's never supposed to unholster that gun unless somebody touched a
Hey,
piece
of the
of
money. The money.
That it would have been funny if somebody hopped in that Brinks truck and
And
just
took
drove it
off.
all the way.
And took off with
Let me-
every penny.
And they did his job to take it to where it needed to go. And took some out of there. Just took some out of there a little
Well,
bit.
somebody got to get paid.
Somebody
Yes.
got to
Hey,
do your job.
He was getting paid to deliver it, so why shouldn't I?
Okay, so we're gonna make a plea to Brinks. Fire that dude.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
you're gonna find yourself with a nice lawsuit.
Trust me. That truck he backed up, you're going to back up one for another somebody's house when he goes back and pulls that gun in a situation he doesn't belong in.
Well, beyond that, that is the point of rendering aid. You also showed up with gun pointed
Correct.
to not render aid.
Correct.
All you're doing is just making the policeman's
Worse.
life or reason even worse. Because now, let's say worse comes to worse, and they say, "Oh, he was there to defend others because self-defense." Right? That is something that is prescribed
Lawful
in
in
the law,
Georgia.
right? So he's saying, I pulled my gun out of self-defense because I had one accessible. Yeah, that's not his preferred use, but this is what the law allows me to do, right? The officer then
You
had-
can't interject yourself into self-defense.
Right.
Okay?
No, but
Because
you
you
can
drove
protect-
past on the
Right.
highway.
No, you
You can
backed
project.
up.
No, you can protect
Back
others.
up into self-defense.
Yeah.
Remember, it's protect yourself and others.
No. It's defense of self and or others.
Yes.
I understand that. But you cannot be on an expressway with a duty to deliver my Brinks load of cash. And you pass an officer. You don't know what's going on between the officer and the guy. You only see the officer's neck bent in the position it should have been in, which is back for the foolishness he did.
He said,
Right.
Lord, why didn't you give me this authority?
And you said, in the name of the Lord, I'm going to back up.
But maybe they was calling him home because the Lord was like, you know what? Go ahead and get this. Go give out this ass whooping to these police officers. This is the second time they violate you, and you can come on home.
Because you going home sooner or later. Because evidently 16 years in state prison for something you didn't do was not good enough.
For you to kowtow to just being the bootlicker you should be, and that's who they want you to be.
Absolutely.
Because that's what it
Brinks
was.
Brinks is in trouble. In my opinion,
I'll
Brinks is
sue
in
the
trouble.
shit
If I'm
out
the
of him.
family, I'm suing the
One
Brinks.
or the other is in trouble.
I'm suing both of them.
Because if the Brinks man is there, the officer has no reason not to. Like, if they say, all right, Brinks man is legally there. Officer, why are you not rendering aid?
Yeah.
Someone is there to
Yeah, because Brinks
That's
got a
so
gun on him.
smart. That's
Brinks
smart.
got a gun on him.
That's
Render
smart.
aid.
If Brinks isn't supposed to be there,
Then you
then
need to tell
you
Brinks.
violated a Brinks policy that
Right.
I'm guaranteed sure of.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah.
your ass was there only to observe
Yep.
and then pull if something was
If-
Because
necessary.
he didn't look like he was going for the money. He looked like he was just trying to go for the wires.
That is true.
The money was in the truck. The truck was secure.
That is true.
And your ass
Was outside
tiddly
playing cop.
Yeah.
And
Straight up
asking the
playing-
cop,
And I bet you,
do you have backup coming?
if we pulled
You heard
his
him?
jacket, he probably didn't even get into the police force.
That's he probably
tried.
tried and he
tried.
probably
and,
failed.
and he failed.
He tried. And they
And
say
this
you're
is
not
his
good enough
opportunity.
to play
No,
cop.
for sure. He definitely played cop. You could tell when someone plays cop. You never. Hey, which officer would ever allow you to
To
pull
draw a gun?
Next to him.
next to him?
In this situation. You don't know if that's his cousin.
Right.
You don't know who
My
the
brother,
hell that is.
my
You don't-
friend,
You don't know this is a setup to get this
Right.
Brinks money.
You have
right.
no
clue. And you let him pull a gun next to you, pointing it at the suspect when it could be pointed at you and kill you.
Yeah, you have no.
You didn't
clue.
say to him, put that away.
Yeah,
No.
the officer should have been. Like,
Right.
There's no officer that let you come up to a scene as
With
a
a gun
citizen
and pull a
and
gun.
have your
To
gun
help.
and then
Even to
pull
help.
To help.
No.
Mm-mm.
Put that back.
that
Sir, put your gun away.
I got it under
Under the
control.
authority of the law of the state of Georgia. That's how you have to pronounce it now. I don't know.
law.
If you, law.
The law.
State of Georgia.
He wasn't certain in whose name. I wonder why the guy said in whose
It's
name.
so funny.
That is so
Because
ironic.
It's to trigger him. It's just hilarious. In whose
Well, he
authority?
got that trigger. He got that
he said,
trigger.
in whose
In whose
authority?
name?
Whose name? Whose authority?
In the name of the law.
In the name of the law. Oh,
Shit.
That's
this
not-
this is not
that's not the
authority.
line.
Yeah. Wrong place.
He should have said pursuant to OCGA what?
No, he wouldn't have had that one. He wouldn't have had that one.
He would have. He'd been
If
like,
anytime a police officer go, I'm gonna be pursuant to OCGA.
Can I have the statute?
What's the statute?
No. That's not funny because I've cross-examined an officer before and I drew an objection from the prosecutor. It says, objection, Your Honor, he's not an attorney.
Oh my.
I was like, wait, I'm sorry, Your Honor. He charged the citizen with violating the law. If he doesn't know the law, how do we know they violated it? The judge was like, no, he's got to explain what law.
I would go to law school. I would get my
Your
pass the
license that
bar,
night.
get my license, and probably like lose it in a year and a half because is this bitch dumb? Miss Smith,
No, you gotta
can't-
say-
can't-
well, that's
you
how
can't
you
say-
know when it's-
You can't say that on.
You can't say that on
Is this hoe stupid?
in the name.
Is that
in-
better?
In whose name?
that's the thing, right? Because it's like that's when you know, like, you're not doing this for the
Right
Right
reasons.
reasons.
Yeah.
If you should be pressing your like
Officer to
officer,
know the law.
You're like, hey, if he don't know the law, I can't charge. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I didn't
Right.
know that he
Didn't know the law.
Do you not
dummy didn't know
understand
the law.
that it's not about wins and losses?
Yes, it is.
It's about justice.
No, it's just this.
Just this one thing.
Just this. Y'all blacks. Just this.
I think when my kids graduate from high school, I think I might go get my law degree then.
Why
so I
wait?
could, because it's just
Why you in Diva court and talking about you ain't going to law school?
I'm gonna get.
We're
my
going to have to put you out
law
the court,
degree.
bailiff.
Oh no, I am about
We gonna
street
change your job.
justice. I'm about street
We gonna
justice
change
on
your
the
job.
court.
She about pushing people's heads back.
That's not fine.
Pushing people's heads back.
How
dude.
many police heads can I push back before they pull the trigger?
One in this case, okay?
I know this. I remember when I got into this brawl in the casino, and the security tried to wrap up my sister, and I swung and tried to hit his hat off of his head.
Oh my God.
I already know that's how I am. Like, oh,
That's not smart.
it ain't smart at all. It is no.
I'm not going to help my sister. I'm going to go to jail with her.
I was. She needed somebody to talk to. It's lonely.
We're going to
It's
ride
very
together,
lonely.
sis.
Ride and die, literally. I was like, but one of my husband's cousins, he grabbed me and spit me around.
Thank
Get off of
goodness.
me!
Thank goodness for her husband's cousin, because he saved you.
Oh my gosh. I completely lose my mind.
Oh, so you were like this officer. You'd be
no,
great for
I
that
was more
department.
so like the guy.
No, you'd
I
be
was
great
the
for the
guy- I'd
police
been-
department.
No.
Because remember,
Because on whose authority? OCGA what? I'm OCGA what? Tell me I gotta get out this core.
he said in the law.
I remember, oh my gosh. I remember when I got pulled over. I might have told this story before. I got pulled over by the police and I had my purse like sitting on me, and in there was my gun. And I had the purse that was just like one of those straps that you put in the front. And he was like, ma'am, license and registration. And I was like, uh-oh.
Do I go get it?
Excuse me, Mr. Police Officer. I have my gun right here on me. So I'm going to have to reach in here and grab my gun right here that's on my chest. Okay? Like, I need you to understand that. Not today. Not today.
You shared it?
Yeah, because that was where my wallet was.
Oh, okay.
So I would have to unzip it, and he would say, gun! Boom, boom, boom. And that's what I've been like. So I took the purse, and this was my purse. I pulled the purse up and outside of the window.
Get your own license.
And
Get
I
it yourself.
unzipped it. I said, you see it, sir, right? You see it. He said, thank you. He was so calm. I was so scared. I was like, not today,
Well,
Lord.
that's
Not
good. That's
today.
good.
Yeah, no, that's especially how it has to be. I mean, especially if
You
you're gonna
have
tell
to
me
be.
I don't have to have a permit to carry no more.
This
Yeah.
is actually this was like 2 weeks before you needed to have a permit. But it was concealed, so you still need a permit for concealed.
Not in Georgia anymore.
Not
You
anymore.
don't even for
No.
concealed?
Can't pass that law.
Yeah.
Took it out.
Remember-
I thought you needed wait.
Your governor,
No, remember
the
him?
one
I
that you
like-
want
I love
to,
him.
the one that you love so much,
well, let me-
that if he was running 4 terms, you would vote for him.
I would.
He did something else again for you.
I like
He
that.
said no more permit needed.
Okay, no. But my understanding is there was no open carry in Georgia prior. There's no open carry. So that law was to allow for open carry. But if you conceal your weapon, you still have to have a concealed carry.
Permit got rid.
Can we look that up?
Oh, we don't have to look it up. I can tell
No,
you right
I'm
now.
not trying to challenge you.
I'm telling you, your governor did something for
hold
you.
on.
He gave you a gift and you
I'm
didn't
okay,
know.
I'm okay with the governor.
Wow.
Excuse me for the record. I just want
Wow.
to say I'm not trying to challenge her. I'm just trying to see if what I'm saying is correct.
But like I said when we started the show, don't believe nothing she says.
It might be right. We're gonna
So your
see.
governor,
And then I'm like, cacao,
Governor Kemp helped
Correct.
you.
cacao.
There is no in 2022 permitless carry legislation was enacted, which repealed the protections that required people to, or I'm sorry, not protections, but the requirements, right? Because it's a
Well,
restriction of your
right,
rights.
it's a
What about
restriction.
concealed carry though? Not
If you let me finish the sentence.
okay. Well,
Thank
you just do that.
Thank you very much. I like bringing context in. Yeah, required to obtain a license with a fingerprint background check in order to be eligible to conceal carry a load firearm in public spaces in Georgia. So that means you don't need a permit to carry any open or concealed weapons.
Okay.
I told you he gave you a gift and you didn't even know.
Well, thank you.
I'll vote for you again
I will still vote for you
and again.
and again. So at
Your
least
governor gave you 2 things.
I'm okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay with
He
that.
said, stop trying to arrest people. You're not a police.
Right.
And carry your guns any way you want to. Wow, wow, West.
Yeah, and then show up
Nice.
when the officer needs help and you pull your gun.
That's
too. You're
right.
like, let's go.
Back your
officer.
Brinks truck
Well,
up
no.
with all the
'cause
money
He's in violation
Let's
of
go,
the-
officer.
of the company policy.
Of company policy. That's not the
policy.
law.
But
And
not Georgia law.
citizen arrest. He's in violation of citizen.
No.
arrest.
He ain't arrest nobody.
No. He didn't touch him.
He just pointed a gun at somebody.
Yeah. He
He
said,
was
"Cop,
supporting.
let me help you with this because
He
you
was
dumb as
supporting.
hell. They let me pull a gun right next to you across from your police car
So
in clear shot, in clear
so,
shooting range.
Wait, citizen's arrest. You don't have to put handcuffs on no one. You just have to be.
You have to
You
restrict.
have to
detain 'em.
their-
You have
Yeah.
to hold them at gunpoint.
No, you don't even have to have a gun.
You have to
Citizens
restrict
arrest,
their
you just
movement.
restrain them. I'm keeping you.
Right, but if I'm pointing a gun, that's restricted.
No,
movement.
not when he's already his movement has already been restricted.
Well, he don't know that. He came out there. He don't know that.
you can't further restrict
He don't know that.
somebody.
He still was out there pointing. So he was just pointing at a dead
Ma'am,
body.
he was tasing the dead man.
He was just pointing at a dead body.
He
But
was,
but
he
that
wasn't
body
dead
was
yet.
he was still
he
moving.
coulda gave 8. Yeah, but he was he wasn't going to get up and get back in the car and drive off. That's restriction.
He had been restricted.
Oh my goodness.
He had been pre-restricted.
Maybe by stopping of his heart and bleeding out of blood,
That was restriction.
but he was restricted
Hence that
by the law enforcement officer, not by
Not
the
by
brace.
brace.
You see how I
Hey,
tried to do
I
that?
see you was going
see
there,
how I tried-
so I had to pull her
Well,
over
You said restricted.
at the side of the
and
road.
There's a gun. I was trying to go there. I was
Pull
trying to
over
get
is what I said. Now, speaking of pull over, Sidney
there.
Powell
Pull
pulled
over that
over.
ass too fat. Whoop whoop. Is that too much?
That is too much. Sidney Powell pulled over listeners and stopped at the Fulton County Superior Court and pled guilty. And Kenneth, I think it's Cheeseboro, or is it Chesboro?
Chesboro.
Kenneth Chesboro pulled over with her
Say it with your chest.
and pleads guilty at the Superior Court, Fulton County, Georgia. What are we talking about? Co-conspirators for Donald Trump. Last episode, you go back and watch it. I had predicted that they were going to plea out at least 10. Right now, it's 3 down, 15 to go. What's your take?
I thought it was 16 total.
It's 18 total.
It's 18 total.
Yeah.
My
top
take is
8 ain't
all
getting
these
police.
dumbasses are going to plead out because they don't have no real choice. And Trump is going to be off.
Well, Sydney is an attorney, so I don't know what the state bar is going to do with her license.
I don't think she practices here.
Oh, okay. Well, good
Remember,
for her.
she borrowed what you call its license.
She borrowed a license from who?
Lyndon.
Oh, Lynn. She
No,
borrowed.
yeah. What's his name?
Did he get caught up in this mess?
He
too?
surrendered his license.
No,
He
he
didn't
did
get
not.
caught up in this
No,
mess.
that man is.
He surrendered.
He said he was too busy with the state bar trying to fight them.
Yeah.
He
They
ain't-
asked
he
for a
ain't
mental
have no
health
time.
evaluation, and he surrendered the license and walked
Oh,
away.
so he didn't want them to know that he was gone with the wind.
No, he said, I want to stay as cray-cray as I like, but I don't want it on paper. You can keep your little piece of plastic because I went back to South Carolina where I have another one.
Well, there's-
So Sidney Powell got 6 misdemeanors, and I guess if you remember how you used to get tardies, and they said 6 tardies or 3 tardies is an absence. I wonder if 6 misdemeanors is a felony. Okay, let me
Maybe-
stop playing. It's not.
maybe it's 7, so that's why she took the 6. Because if I take 6 and I drop the 7, I
it
can keep
won't
this
be
license.
a felony.
I can keep this license.
No, for sure. I'm sure that's why she took the
Misdemeanor 6.
misdemeanor 6.
She
to,
still has a
to
problem.
not have any issues with her license.
Let me tell you something.
I think where is she licensed? New York.
I don't care where she's licensed. It's a crime involving moral turpitude, forgery, fraud.
Not if it's a misdemeanor.
Yes, misdemeanors can be crimes involving moral turpitude. Crimes involving moral turpitudes are crimes where people of good moral character would not have
She
engaged.
couldn't get an immigration status, right?
Hey, immigration deports people all the time for crimes involving moral turpitude.
Right.
Failure to pay child support, failure to pay your taxes, failure to DUIs. You know, those are crimes involving moral turpitude. Somebody who's of good moral character wouldn't drink and get behind the wheel of a car where they know they could risk killing folks. Somebody who has good moral character pays their taxes when they earn income
that-
in the state. Okay, so not all of them do.
Is that true?
But that's the problem, you know? But 3 of Donald Trump's co-defendants are now down and 15 to go. How many more you think we're going to have?
It could be all of them, but Donald Trump would not. Be
So you think we're
convicted.
on 17 and 1 will be standing?
No.
No.
I already told you this.
I think he's going to plead. I think they're going to give him
Donald Trump is
something.
gonna plead?
I think he'll plead. I think he's going to plead to something where he avoids prison time.
he
And
can't run
and I
for
think
president.
Fani's going to fold. And I think she's going to fold because it's too hard if he doesn't get some type of probated sentence to try to.
No, it's going to be probated for sure.
That's my point.
No, but I'm saying even if he goes to trial,
Prorate-
Oh no! Oh
It's
no!
gonna be probated.
Oh no! I've seen Judge
When you say
McAfee.
probated, you talk about they're gonna put them on probation or prorated, where they're gonna
No
say
probation.
that piece of a day that you spent in Fulton County is your day.
no probation.
That'll be prorated.
I don't think if he goes to a jury, he's going to not get prison time. He's
In
gonna get prison
Georgia?
time. Yeah, he's gonna get prison time.
in Georgia with John Creek,
Trust me,
Uh,
this is
ma'am.
the first time they're going to dip into College Park.
Yeah,
The first
Union
time-
City.
Yeah. they're
Like,
like,
who are these
"Hey,
blacks on the jury?
Union
man,
City.
I ain't never been
No,
called
but-
to jury. I've been here 15, 20 years.
No. Because if he has black men on the jury, he might get off.
They will have to be educated black men because I don't see anybody who went to Rice Street and served some serious time, who has been gunned down by police or had a brother that's gunned down by police, who know any of the Central Park Central Park 5 story.
You said part.
Okay, that knows what Donald Trump did when he posted they should be hung and they should be killed, and now those guys are exonerated. I don't think any uneducated, poor black man or middle class is gonna vote
They voted for him.
not guilty
What I'm saying is,
They voted for him
to be
It's
president, but not to
100.
commit crimes.
let me tell you where it's
But
gonna be
you
pulled.
gotta think that are they gonna think it's a crime though?
It's gonna be
What?
pulled Midtown. They're gonna pull the jury from that little.
Oh, if
that
it's
little
Midtown,
section.
Oh, he's
going to
done.
jail.
He's
5
done.
points. He's gonna be Midtown. 5 points.
Yeah, they're not going
Virginia
to the Bronx.
Highlands. They're
He's
not
done.
going to North. They're not pulling from
They're not North Georgia.
Johns Creek.
Johns Creek.
They're
yeah.
not pulling from Alpharetta. They're not gonna pull from Union City.
No.
They're not gonna pull them. Don't worry. Them black people ain't gonna be jurors either. Still, they're not on the rotation. It's gonna be Midtown.
Listen, if they pull
gonna
for
be
College
Virginia
Park and get
Highlands.
some black guys in there, it's gonna be a.
Well, they wouldn't be. They would be aiming for black women. There's gonna be a
Probably
lot
so.
of bonquishas.
Yes, I agree. But my point is this: I think Fania is gonna
So
fold.
Bonquishas and Becky's will be knocking down
Yes.
the Trumpster.
Yes.
No more like Candace's. I believe that Fania's gonna fold because she's gonna see a plea as a victory. You understand what I'm saying? So if he's willing to plea, it's gonna be a victory for her because it's a conviction without her having to run the risk of him getting found not guilty at trial. And then she could easily in her re-election say, listen to me, if the man was innocent, he would have gone to trial. The man pled. That's him saying, I am in fact guilty. Whether he did probation or not. Because remember,
He's gonna be guilty from eating McDonald's in front of the TV screen.
No, he's
I'll plead to
definitely.
I'll
If
plead to
he
that.
does plea, yeah. But remember, his diehards is gonna be his diehards.
period.
There's
Whether he
still-
go to prison or not.
There's still something about a video of someone saying guilty, and that just being the ad.
No,
Guilty.
no, stop that.
That's the end
No.
of that.
I got a better ad. I just like 11,538 votes. Guilty. Those two have to be played back to back.
That's the real problem.
That's
if
my
I'm
commercial.
Trump's people, I'm definitely looking for a plea. We're delaying as long as we can for when we have to say plea, but we're looking plea because guess what? That audio is horrendous. Not terrible.
From your dictionary.
It's not
with
horrendous.
the 3 words.
Yeah, it's not terrible.
Remember that
It's
she got
not
a dictionary?
Horrendous.
Horrendous.
It's horrendous.
Yeah. You got a dictionary though. Is that one of the 3 words?
I am creating my own dictionary.
It's gonna be a volume 38.
Let me tell y'all, I was talking on my little audio app with this group that I talk with, and I came up with conclusatory,
Wow.
right? And I was like, we're gonna
Somebody
put that
loved
in
it.
there. Oh yeah, he was talking in another room, and he was like, "Cause that's just a conclusatory statement." I was like, yes, it's working.
Oh my God. I can't.
It sounds good because I get it from your. What do you say? What did you?
Sham and a mockery.
No.
Shamokery.
You say you can't make conclusionary
Conclusory. No.
statements. So conclusory statements, right? You can't do that. You have to, provide us with a fact pattern. So I've been trying to say that word all this time. So
Just
the
like
closest
Kamala.
I'm not even worried about that. So the closest I
have
got
to.
was conclusatory.
Gonna be your
She
vice
might be your
president
president.
again.
No, she not.
She might be your president.
I doubt it.
Have you seen Biden lately?
She gonna be your president too.
He looks very, very frail, in my opinion.
He's been for real.
He's
And y'all voted that frail
Over the
man up in
last
here.
4 years, when he started, he didn't look as frail to me. Now he looks frail.
He looks like
he's definitely winning
Why
to
is
resign.
it? Why
Oh,
is
he
it?
is.
Oh, he's winning to resign
He
for
is.
sure.
He-
About 1 year in,
She gonna be your president.
he gonna be like, I
not gonna be
invoke the 28th Amendment. I believe
She
it's the
still has to be
28th.
voted in as the.
No,
They have to do the 25th Amendment.
No, it
They
doesn't
have to
be
activate
voted.
it.
No.
It can be activated by the president himself.
So
It
she
doesn't need to be voted. He
better
could
be
say,
nice.
I am resigning because no one had to put who came in after Nixon.
I don't
Ford.
remember. I'm too old.
Was it Ford?
You too old or
I'm
too
too
young?
young.
I'm too old.
I'm too young. I'm sorry.
I mean, either way, it still kind of works because you
I'm
don't
too
remember.
young. I'm too young to remember that. Because you're a baby. When you're a baby.
Oh man, I'm good. Gerald Ford. Yeah, Gerald Ford didn't have to be voted in. Nixon resigned, said I'm not going to do it. They invoked.
Because Nixon
But
didn't
don't
want to
they
go to
have
jail.
Don't they have to like invoke the 25th though?
Yeah.
Right.
No. He invokes it himself. It's a self.
It automatically happens
Yes.
when he resigns.
Yes. They don't have
You
to
better
vote
say
to
her
have
name right.
reject-
It's
Yeah,
Kamala
it is.
Harris.
Remember, Ms.
Kamala.
Harris,
She
the
gonna-
first woman, a black
Kamala.
woman,
She's not a
who's
black
the
woman.
president of the
President
United
of
I
the
just like it
States.
because she
Divided
'cause her daddy
States
Jamaican.
of America. That's what she don't realize. It's gonna be divided
Oh,
states.
hey, yo,
She about to
you-
start.
hey,
She about to. She about
Listen,
to set up the.
baby.
She about to set off the next
It's about to be
Civil
quick.
War.
No. It's gonna be quick because as soon as the first white man, just like they was at the Capitol, as soon as the first white person fall and died, they'd be like, "Hey, yo, bro,
Hey.
hey, we were really trying.
We
to
really
do
just
that.
trying to exercise our rights.
We was just
We're not
here
trying to get
to
shot.
try and protest because
Yes.
you know."
In the name of the law.
We pay, in the name of the law, we kind of pay your salary, but not really.
Yeah.
Don't shoot me.
Yeah.
They should have complied.
Yes.
She should have. He told him, don't bang on that wall. And she
Yeah.
banged
She
on
said,
that
"Stay off the
one too
wall
many
because
times.
I'm president, Madam President."
Mhm.
Yeah,
Wait, I
he
thought
looks
we
great.
talking about the woman who got shot at the January 6th thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
Who
got
was
shot.
talking about Madam President?
No. I'm
No,
talking
she's
about.
saying she's
I'm talking
telling
about.
y'all, she's gonna tell y'all to stay off the wall.
Yeah, she's gonna say, "Stay off the wall." I am
ain't
Madam
gonna-
President.
I'm not losing my life to do anything with her. Period.
Yeah, she
won't
said,
be in
"Don't
there
try it."
long.
Yeah.
Don't try it.
She won't be in there long.
She said, "Don't try
They'll
it."
be
we will be in full
they go-
stagnation.
listen,
Don't worry.
I give her 30
Let
days.
me
you
tell you
still
something.
won't have a Speaker of the House when
If
she
you-
gets elected.
I know. It is so true. Okay, so who's the House? So, oh my gosh, that means we don't even have a vice president. Because do they all just transition up?
No, she can
Select.
No,
Don't she get to
selects
select?
her vice
Yeah.
president. I don't think she has to get approval. They just have to meet all the qualifications. So
Okay,
it can be
won't
someone
the
from
House-
her
it won't
cabinet.
It won't be the
No, it won't be the next in line.
President
It doesn't shift up.
of the not the president, but the
Speaker.
Speaker of the House.
No, it does not shift up. It only shifts when those two are not
Available.
available for.
Then Speaker becomes.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So, cheers to.
Oh, you didn't even tell
President.
everybody that the other guy. Oh, you did. You did. I'm sorry.
Oh,
We just didn't have nothing else to tell him
Chesborough.
about Chesborough.
Oh,
Chesborough said he was guilty. And they asked him,
Yeah,
"Are you
but
in
he
fact
said-
guilty?" And he said yes. And he
Yeah.
took the felony. And he said he is going to testify against Donald Trump. So did Powell.
He's-
And she's going to write a nice letter,
But how did
a
she
nice
get,
apology.
the question? The real interesting thing is, he caught the felony.
Yes, she caught the 6 misdemeanors.
She caught 6
But
misdemeanors.
just guess what? She wasn't on video going to the creating a fake electoral. She just was talking crazy.
Okay.
So she took the mic and said all that foolishness, and
Yeah.
she was like, "Y'all should have known I was lying."
why they didn't charge them with domestic terrorism?
Who did they tell?
Because it's an election movement, not an actual act of terror.
Is it
Yeah.
It is an act of terror. Didn't people get intimidated? Coercion. The legal
Coercion.
Yeah.
You
I
got
thought
horse.
That's 2 horses in a
That's
room.
That's when you force
How many
whores
horse-
to do things.
How
and
many
those
horse?
that's when you force whores.
You got coercions.
Yeah, you force whores to do
Wow.
stuff. And whores do stuff for money, so that he paid
But
them
where's
to
the
do crazy
code?
stuff.
You got codes in
It's
there.
2 of them.
Oh, that's what I was asking. I want to make
two
sure
of
he was getting
Sydney
his money's
and
worth.
the other one.
Oh, so Sydney.
Well,
and-
that's the funny
Those
thing.
are the
As you say,
cohorts.
Ann Chesborough, he found out she plead.
He said, "I got to
that
go.
week. He
I
said,
can't do all this time by
"Woo,
myself."
Just me sitting here
Yeah.
by myself
No.
at trial? Nah.
Yeah,
I only
he's-
asked for Speedy because she did. I thought we was in this together.
All in
Exactly.
Powell's attorney said, "Not together, separate,
Separate
and unequal.
Mhm.
You do felonies, we do misdemeanors."
Exactly. That's what happened.
Yeah, so we talked about him. She got 6 misdemeanors. Kenny got 1 felony.
So was he an attorney too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you go to law school, struggle to pass a bar?
Because it doesn't go over election law.
Oh, okay.
Not
Maybe you
in
should take
detail.
more electives.
Yeah.
You know, there's CLEs out there in that. If you really want to dabble in an area of law, my suggestion to any
Do
attorney
you
out
think
there,
that if he would have went over the law, that would have mattered?
I think it might
Yes.
have.
You think so?
Yes.
Yes, because if he knows it's a
Also,
crime,
Also, if he
think
was
you'd be
Wait.
surprised how many lawyers don't know what's a crime.
Wait.
Is he
Election
the one?
fraud. I know that's a
No.
crime and don't know what the statute.
No,
is.
No. He's
You might
being
know that's a
accused-
crime, but you don't know what conduct.
What? Taking ballots.
I just want to recall, this is not the one who opened and let everyone in. He's the one who was trying to create the second round of ballots that they were going to
He
send to the
did.
United States.
He did. And he
Right?
was sitting with the electoral.
Yes.
Yeah.
The fake
Wait.
electors.
The fake ones.
So he made up votes, is what you're telling
He
me.
made
Fake
up
electors.
electors because your electors are who vote. Like the state sends
You know how they
electors.
say you get this many electoral votes from the
Right.
state of
Yeah.
this and the state of that
So
and the
he
state
got
of
his
this?
own 16
He created fake ones.
electors.
So he created fake votes.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. That does not scream to you fraud.
No,
No.
because when Donald Trump is out there
Illegal.
saying,
It doesn't
let's do.
because you don't know who's if it doesn't go in detail enough. You never learn fully about that. That hey, if you make up a second set of electors, you're actually committing something like treason because you
Hence
aren't the
domestic
official person.
terrorism.
Treason isn't domestic terrorism. Remember, terrorism is harm to the other. That's the issue that you have there.
It's a harm to the voters, which is a group of people.
and a big group.
You could
It's a bit-
listen. If
You
you
could
want to
stretch it.
join Fani, go ahead. Go with
Tell her
Fani.
to
Go
add a
down
count,
there.
Well,
honey.
let me go set up my.
Go pay your $40 for
Your money
underground
first.
parking.
No. I was gonna say, let me go set up my photo shoot.
Listen, once you become DA, you can start affording makeup
Well, at least good makeup.
and photo shoots and hair.
Because you have to look good in order to
Yeah,
speak
and let me
good.
tell you, boy, if they had pictures next to elections back then,
It would be a
it would be tough.
Contrast.
You'd be like,
compare
wow.
and contrast. That's what you want to do.
Not sure
Compare.
if I-
It's like the
And
Real
contrast.
Housewives of Atlanta season
Yes.
one.
Oh
compared
my
to now.
word. Yes, they looked horrible. Even Married to Medicine. If you go back and look at season 1 and look at the seasons now, you're like, wow.
Yeah. No,
They
it's
wig
completely
game
different.
stepped up.
For
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, because you get some money,
For
some
sure.
sponsors.
Or some criticism, like, girl,
Do
why,
better.
why is there a big streak here? I need you to blend this. Just blend it. I need streak,
So yes,
streak,
that's
streak. What's we doing? What
that's
we
that.
doing?
We closing the show. That's what we
All
doing.
right, let's do it, honey.
That is episode 4. Do you not say 4 in Spanish?
Quattro.
I don't think it's cuatro. I think it's cuatro.
I don't know how to roll my R, so it's quattro.
Let's roll up out of here. And as we say here on Diva Cart, we'll drink to that.
little off key.
Yes.
That's
That's pitchy. Pitchy.
I do
Like
these
Simon
voices.
would say. Don't forget to find our episodes every Wednesday. Subscribe. Find us on Spotify,
Spotify,
Apple Podcast,
Apple,
and Google Podcast.
Google.
And this co-diva is supposed to be working on some fan base, something that I haven't heard anything about yet, but that's okay.
That was supposed to be our marketing.
Oh, so you're going to
Director.
talk to marketing when the show's over.
I already talked to her.
Be sure to catch our videos every Wednesday when we push them out on YouTube. Don't miss it. Subscribe and tell us what you like. Tell us what colors you like. Tell us what dresses you want us to wear. Tell us if you like to see some pantsuits.
I
Although
think I'm
some of
ready
my
for a
men might
pantsuit.
like legs.
I'm ready for a pantsuit.
So we'll
Get
do
my
pantsuit.
Hillary on.
We're going to do Hillary's. Hey, let's do a Hillary episode.
No, let's not. Let's not and say that we did.
Wow.
I don't like Hillary.
Stop hating.
I don't
You
use
hate
women.
Hillary. You hate.
I like
Kamala.
Wow, she hates women.
I do.
Yeah, she hates
I like
women.
Condoleezza.
Wow.
I like.
What?
I do like Condoleezza.
But I got to
Or-
close the show on that foolishness.
Who else I like? I like
Barbara Bush.
I think I might be starting to like Candace too.
Oh, we done for real.
Can-
In fact, I don't even think I need to
Can-
drink with you. You're
can-
not a sister.
Candace.
Owens.
No, she couldn't have been talking about that.
Candace from the Real Housewives of
Candy.
Potomac.
Yeah, Candy.
That's not Candace. That's Candy.
Just messing with her. No, the Real Housewives of Potomac is Candace.
Never heard of her, never will. Let's go. We say on Diva Court, we'll drink to that. Oh my goodness. You're you're drunk.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. All I need is a little bit.
Help us, Holy Ghost.
We got to drink to that.